Hello, it's Erhan from Ankara University Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, and today we will discuss with you the paradoxical universe of destructive chewing in dogs. And we should discuss also, do we understand the separation anxiety correctly? So first we will talk about the story of our friendship with the dogs, their evolutionary history and their encountering process with us and the effects on our relationship with COVID-19. And we will pass the main topic. Here is what is destructive chewing? Is separation anxiety only reason of destructive chewing? And we will talk about the other reasons. So first, when we look at the evolutionary story of the dogs, we can see terminal wolves, which are the common ancestors of dogs and wolves. And according to the research, the ancestors of modern day dogs and ancestors of modern wolves diverged evolutionary at least 27,000 years ago. We now know, thanks to this kind of evolutionary researches. Thus, the theory that dogs came directly from gray wolves has also changed, and gray wolves and dogs are related to each other. So there are some theories about the domestication process and how dogs became domesticated. Especially two of them are really important. First theory, when humans became involved in the wolves' natural life, they noticed them and modified them to suit their lives. So this is about the human intervention. And the second one is about the dogs, I mean the wolves here. And possibly the friendlier wolves approached the humans and were tolerated by these humans. So it was the wolves that started the domestication process of themselves. So we accept much the second theory because the wolves were the ones who started the domestication process, which because of their characteristics. And let's look at the effects of COVID-19 on our relationship. According to the studies, some statistical studies, a significant increase has been observed in the number of animals adopted by shelters during the pandemic. And we now know that this increase is about the emotional support of animals to us. And this is really important. And this is what we see and understand during this COVID-19 process, lockdown process. Undoubtedly, we know that the dog's stress and anxiety levels will increase when we leave home, and they are now increasing. I mean, the stress and anxiety are increasing in dogs even now. So knowing the exact cause of destructive chewing is really important here. And because we are talking about the destructive chewing, we should know what is destructive chewing. It is quite normal when a puppy teething in a teething period of its life, but it is not that normal when we see this kind of behavior in adult dogs. So the most common cause of this destructive chewing is separation anxiety, but we should know that hyperattachment not always cause the separation anxiety here. So we know, according to some studies and researches, dogs with separation anxiety may have a different type of attachment relationship with their owners. So they have some special bonds with their owners, and these bonds does not allow them to control their behavior in stressful situations. So in case of destructive chewing, we should not just say the reason is separation anxiety here. No, we don't. We should not do this because we should look at the other parts of the reasons. For example, some medical problems, some social isolation problem, and these can also be a reason for destructive chewing. So teething, as we said before, and a normal behavior for puppies. And when we look at the other part, the boredom, if we do not provide a reinforcement environments, some special environments and playful toys for the dogs, they will probably go under as social isolation. And the other part is the attention-seeking behavior. And we are seeing that dogs are especially doing destructive chewing when they want to draw our attention. We should also focus on this. And maybe, and in the most part of, and the most important part of this problem is about the medical problems, because we know that the dogs have medical problems, show some significant and abnormal behaviors, such as disruptive chewing. So this is quite important to see if there is, whether there are some medical problems or not. And the general anxiety, another focusing point of the destructive chewing, because we have to look for any general anxiety points and some specific symptoms, because the early life of those could be really important to understand general anxiety and its effects on the destructive chewing. So thank you for listening to me, and bye bye.